Alright y'all, I asked Grok a hypothetical question from Cobra Kai. Let's see what Grok says. Who would win in a fight from Cobra Kai? Kwon from Season 6 versus Mitch, aka Penis Breath. But let's give Mitch 2 extra years of intense training under Johnny Lawrence, with Mike Barnes occasionally helping to train Mitch. In addition to that, Mitch takes performance-enhancing drugs and hires a strength and conditioning coach to help him as well. The fight is a street fight with no rules and no weapons. Answer. Alright, let's break this down step by step. Kwon Jae-Sung from Cobra Kai Season 6 versus a souped up Mitch, aka Penis Breath, with 2 years of intense training, performance-enhancing drugs, and a strength and conditioning coach in a no rules, no weapons street fight. Kwon's baseline. Kwon is established as one of the most formidable teen fighters in Cobra Kai. He's the top student at Master Kim Sung-young's dojo in South Korea, trained in the original Cobra Kai style rooted in Tang Soo Do. He's aggressive, creative, and physically dominant, with a reputation for ruthless efficiency. Think high-flying kicks, bone-cracking strikes, and a willingness to push boundaries, as seen when he picks up creases in Jangdo in the Sekai Tekai Brawl. His fight against Yoon shows his ability to exploit predictability, using techniques like the Viper Chop and Trachea strikes to dismantle opponents. Kwon's a natural talent with killer instinct, but his recklessness, like accidentally stabbing himself, hints at a potential weakness in chaotic situations. Mitch's baseline. Mitch, as we know him through Season 6, is a solid but not elite fighter. He's scrappy, stronger than average, and has experience with both Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do Eagle Fang training. However, he's consistently portrayed as a tier below top dogs like Miguel, Robbie, Hawk, and now Kwon. His nickname, Penis Breath, reflects how he's often the butt of jokes, and his combat feats, like getting knocked around by Chris or struggling the Sekai Tekai qualifiers, don't scream top contender. Without upgrades, Mitch gets crushed by Kwon in seconds. Mitch upgrades. Now let's juice Mitch up. 1. 2 years of intense training under Johnny Lawrence and Mike Barnes. Johnny is a proven coach who turned Miguel into an all-valley champ and refined Robbie's skills, emphasizing aggression and practical street fighting moves. Mike Barnes, a former national champion and karate's bad boy, brings intensity, dirty tactics, and a brawler's edge. 2 years under these two, assuming Mitch trains relentlessly, could transform him from a mid-tier fighter to a serious threat. He'd likely develop a mix of Johnny's raw power, think headbutts and heavy punches, and Barnes' vicious unpredictability, like the ferocity he showed tormenting Daniel in The Karate Kid Part 3. Number 2. Performance-enhancing drugs. PEDs could boost Mitch's strength, speed, endurance, and recovery. In a street fight, this means harder hits, faster reactions, and the ability to tank more damage. Let's assume he's on something like anabolic steroids or a cocktail that enhances muscle mass and aggression, common in underground fighting circles. This could narrow the physical gap between him and Kwon, who's naturally athletic, but not explicitly enhanced. Number 3. Strength and conditioning coach. This adds a professional edge. Think optimized cardio, explosive power, and injury resistance. Mitch could go from a stocky brawler to a lean, mean fighting machine, capable of sustaining a brutal street fight without gassing out. With these upgrades, Mitch isn't just muscles anymore. He's a roided up, battle-hardened beast with 2 of the Valley's toughest senseis in his corner. The street fight. No rules, no weapons, just fists, feet, and whatever the environment offers. Here's how it plays out. Kwon's advantages. Kwon's still got superior technique and fight IQ from years of elite training. His kicks are devastating, and his Cobra Kai ruthlessness means he'll target weak points, throat, knees, groin, without hesitation. In a street setting, he'd use his terrain, slamming Mitch into walls or tripping him on uneven ground. His speed and agility could let him dance around a bulkier Mitch, picking him apart. Mitch's advantage. With PEDs and conditioning, Mitch becomes a tank. He's stronger, more durable, and probably hits like a freight train after 2 years with Johnny and Barnes. The drugs might also amp up his aggression, making him relentless. Think a pit bull that doesn't stop coming. Johnny's street-savvy training would teach him to fight dirty, eye gouges, elbows to the spine, and Barnes might have drilled him in exploiting openings Kwon's flashy style could leave. Plus, 2 years of growth could make Mitch less predictable than the bumbling kid we know. Key factors. Kwon's recklessness could be his downfall. Charging with a wild kick might let Mitch grab him and turn it into a grappling brawl, where Mitch's enhanced strength shines. Conversely, if Kwon keeps his distance and lands precise strikes, Mitch's bulk might not save him from a knockout blow to the head or neck. Endurance is another edge for Mitch. PEDs and conditioning could let him outlast Kwon, who's never shown prolonged stamina in chaotic fights. Outcome. Without upgrades, Kwon wipes the floor with Mitch, probably a 10-second knockout. But with 2 years of elite training, PEDs, and a strength coach, it's a closer call. Mitch's transformation transformation could make him a match for mid-tier champs like Hawk or Kenny, maybe even pushing into Miguel Robbie territory. Against Kwon though, I'd lean towards Kwon winning 6 out of 10 times. His technical mastery and natural talent still give him an edge in a no-rules brawl, especially if he exploits Mitch's likely over-reliance on brute force. Mitch could win if he catches Kwon early, turns it into a slugfest, and uses his enhanced durability to weather the storm, but Kwon's proven he can handle aggression, like Yoon, and might outmaneuver a less polished opponent. So Kwon probably takes it, but Mitch makes him bleed for it. A roided up penis breath with Johnny and Barnes in his corner is no joke, just not quite enough to dethrone Cobra Kai's deadliest prodigy. So do y'all agree with what Grok says about this hypothetical matchup? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe. And to see another hypothetical matchup video, click right here.